Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Talking with Rafael, with your host, Rafael, and the Erwin Show, respectfully, with your host, Erwin. What up, dude?
What's going on, Rafa? Welcome back to another episode here with us, episode 67 here tonight in Salt Lake City, Utah, where we're expecting some crazy ass weather today. We'll get into that here, but before we continue with that, we want to let you know that, hey, come on and hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to our channels. You got our information, our IG below, and our Twitter accounts as well. But yeah, Rafa, so kind of a crazy day today.
Yeah.
Even the weather.
No, yeah, it's definitely a crazy day today. We're experiencing right now in Salt Lake City. We're having like a winter storm. Obviously, in middle of February, like it's winter or something. I guess you never know, man.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it's good for. I feel like it's good for environment. It does help fill up that lake that it was drying up. There was a lot of speculations that if the Great Salt Lake dries up, there's some sort of like viruses or bacteria that if it gets in the air, if we breathe that shit, we could die or some shit like that.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
hey, man, it's a good.
Yeah,
It's good. I want that sea lake filled up. Hopefully, it does. But
it's been kind of dry
without
for the
further
last few
ado,
years.
man. Wait, what?
It's been kind of dry for the last few years. It's been
Yeah.
so you know how it's been. So I mean, it's kind of a good thing, hopefully for those out there in the roads right now, if you're watching this, just be careful. Just be
Drive
careful out there.
safe, please.
Yeah, so it's been a warning that's been provided to us, and fortunately for me, I'm gonna have to take a time and advantage and kind of head out a little bit early tomorrow. So we're expecting pretty bad snow. So we'll see what happens. I think this is probably gonna be the worst. They're making it sound like this is gonna be the worst that we had in a long time. So
Yeah.
I don't know where to start. I mean, I looked outside the window earlier and I'm like, okay, here it comes. Still looks kind of low, but where you live at, I feel like you get
Oh
more snow.
shit.
What's up?
Let me share it with the people. This is brought to
Okay.
you by theweather.com. Look at all that shit. We're like that
Holy
speck, like
shit.
right there.
Yeah.
In that. Ooh, boy, look at that shit.
It
Yeah,
is.
we're about to get hit hard.
Oh yeah, that's what they were saying. I mean, I did talk to a couple of my friends earlier today. They're up in the northern part of Utah. They were saying that the roads are pretty bad right now because it was raining and then snowing, and now it's temperatures dropping. So tomorrow the weather's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be cold, and that's not a good thing. For those that don't know, then you guys don't get no snow in your areas. When the weather drops, we got something called the black ice, and that is no joke. That shit is scary. I'll tell you that. That's just some scary shit because you can't see it. You can't see it at all. But yeah, according to this, winter storm warning until 11 p.m. Wednesday. So, what are you
Well,
laughing,
shit,
bro?
man. Black ice didn't ask to be there at the first place. It's the white snow landing on the black ice.
It's the concrete, bro. Come on, man. You know how that shit goes. Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
I'm sorry, guys. For those who don't know, that's a Key and Peele skit about the weatherman and their races.
Fucking shit,
Dude, that
man,
was a hilarious skit. Not gonna lie, man. That was.
But Rafa,
dope.
let me ask you this. So you had something
What's up?
yesterday before you were about to leave. You had something about parenting. What was going on? You had to talk about Milena. You got something to say about her. What's up with that? Let us know. I want to hear what was the issue. What was going on?
Ooh.
Tell me about it.
Well, Milena was behaving very well. No, nothing,
Very
dude.
well.
She's actually been doing very good.
Okay.
As you can hear it, last episode, she barely cried. Mama Bear got to hold it down, basically. Like, and hopefully this episode we don't get to see her screaming out loud anymore. But
I don't think we're gonna see her.
but
Though.
no,
I think we're gonna hear her. I don't think
wait,
we're gonna
what?
see her. I don't think we're gonna see
Oh
her.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think we're gonna hear her. That's the thing.
No,
Like
definitely.
we're gonna. You can definitely hear. You can hear those lungs. Those lungs are powerful. So.
Yeah, dude. And the good thing is she enjoys music. Like before we start the show, I was singing to
Yeah.
her, and I mean I'm not a great singer per se, Like, hell no, I'm not.
At all.
But she looked at me and she was enjoying herself, me singing. So I was like, all right, cool. At least like one out of a billion or trillion people that we have in the world enjoys my singing. So,
Hey, at least
but
somebody
hey,
does.
man, with her lungs and her liking of music, I'm feeling like I'm gonna be producing some of her music uh in the next year or two. So
Good.
I
Do
just gotta have
something,
the
man.
beats ready.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like this album that I'm having prepare that I'm preparing for you guys, it's not gonna be just instrumentals. It's gonna be her singing along. So
Yeah.
I just gotta find the lyrics, I guess, or have her come up with some lyrics. Who knows?
No, and no, I did see her earlier. For those of you guys that didn't see that, because we were kind of getting the show ready here earlier, but she started kind of dancing. I was like, okay, I see you. She started dancing. She a little
Yo,
camp.
and guess what? And you know what she was dancing to? I mean, for those people, make it comment down below. I'll hear suggestions, but I swear to God, but this is her right here. Look at that
Dang,
smile.
she's
Bless.
yeah, she's smiling. She's cute. She's cute, bro.
Just saying. I'm that type of dad, like nobody asked, and I will be like offering, look at the baby's picture. I already became that kind of parent. Look at that
Uh,
shit. That smile, dude. Fuck.
she's
Hell
getting
yeah.
big, bro. How old is she
Hell
now?
yeah. She's about to turn 5 months
Already,
in 3 days.
already, huh?
Yeah,
Damn,
dude. Time
that is
flies.
insane. Oh, it does. It does. I mean, we're already past halfway through the month of February. Look at that. We're about to be in March. Ain't that
Hmm.
some shit? It is
My
crazy.
birthday
Have a
month. Let's go.
Pisces month coming out. All you
Yeah,
Pisces.
for those who don't know, I mean, you guys know that I brag about a lot about the Monty show. And, and so they were kind enough to host my birthday, not on the 9th, but on the 10th. And I said, okay, it's okay. It's a Friday, it's a Friday night. So make sure you guys go ahead and tune in Friday, March 10th on Maverick Center. I'm going to be there. They're going to do a party. They say it's for the Monty show, but in reality, it's for me. You know what I mean? Because I told them like, hey, my birthday is on March 9th. So
Damn.
if you make a party, that'll be
You better
dope.
go
And
live
they're
then, boy.
like,
You better go
well,
live.
I
You
might go
better go
live on you
live.
on Instagram for sure,
There you go. There you go. That's what,
and
man.
let you guys know what's up. But hey, you guys are welcome to come to the show. I mean, I'm pretty sure that uh, what is it called? He has a few events, but all the details, go ahead and tune into the Monty Show Monday to Friday at 3 p.m. all the way until 6. You know, and you can get to see yours truly on a birthday bash. So
Ooh, turn up on his birthday bash. I want to see that. So
turned
yeah,
up
so
for
just to repeat again, you say by the Maverick Center, you said it was going to be
it's
right.
at the Maverick Center. Yeah,
It's at the Maverick Center.
it's at the Maverick Center. Yeah,
That will be March the
March 10th.
10th. At what time?
Good question. Tune into the Monty Show, and you can get more details.
Hey, Monty Show, you be slacking. Come on, guys. What's up
I
with
know,
that?
dude.
Keep us up to date with that. So yeah, for sure, man. That's good, man. At least that's good. You're gonna be able to do something like that. That's perfectly. It's
Hmm.
gonna be something different, like you said. I think you said it last couple episodes in the past where you say, I'm down to do something different, and I think this is something completely different for you at this time. So I think it's good. They show you that kind of, you know, respect. That's good, man, and you
Oh
deserve that.
no, I was just joking. They're not doing the birthday party for me. It's Monty's birthday too,
Oh, okay.
so
Well,
they're
still,
doing it for.
you're invited anyways too, though, right? So that's what
Hey, hey,
matters.
hey, hey, hey! It's
Oh,
for me. It's for me,
oh,
man.
sorry,
It's for me.
oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't need to know
It's a birthday
that.
party for me, man. It's a birthday party for me. Let's
But
go.
yeah, dude. So, I mean, the parenting is going well, apparently, with you. And
Definitely.
for those of you guys missed that episode yesterday, I got this scared. My kid scared the shit out of me again, and it's actually on
Good.
YouTube. It's actually in the episode. I don't know how far it is, and he literally scared me because he made me jump. I'm like, you little shit, man.
Yeah,
He likes to do that.
I
He's
saw
been
that.
really good too, doing really well. Um, he was getting kind of impatient, but that's good, man. She's 5 months and 3 days, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, dude? How does that make you feel? Like, do you feel that you went through already with everything you've been with her in the last 5 months? Would you say you kind of have gotten a little bit more used to it now that you feel more comfortable and how she react with certain things, how to calm her down, and how do you feel about that? Like, how? what does it have you done differently? What are you looking forward to?
For her to move out. Just kidding.
For her to move out.
Can't wait. Just kidding. No, no, it has, whenever she's followed the schedule, yes, it's become easier because we already got the sort of feeding schedule on lock to
Right.
make sure we feed her at a certain time. Like right now, she either feeds between 7:30 to 8, so that way we can get a good sleep until maybe midnight. Sometimes we've been like sleeping a little bit longer until like 1 or 2, and then feeding time at that one time, and then I wake up around 5 or 6 and feed her at that time as well. So I think like we getting the hang of it. I feel like sometimes she wants to be unspon- in spontaneous, and wants to like say, I don't want to go to sleep. And even though she like, her eyes are like red of how tired she is, and so it becomes a little difficult. So hopefully she doesn't give us a hard time today to fall asleep, because usually we put her on the car seat and go for a drive. And on this snow, it's kind of like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to, but I got a truck. I got my Tacoma 4x4.
Ooh, fancy. Cool guy.
No, dude.
Ooh.
See, here's the thing, though.
Nah, I'm giving you shit, bro.
I do want to transform. Like, I see a lot of truck transformations,
Hmm.
and I do want to transform my truck, but I don't want to turn it into an overland, which
Right.
is like literally like a camp thing on the back of the truck.
Right.
It's gonna be heavy, and my mileage is gonna turn from 18 a gallon to like 8 a gallon if I
Oof.
add all those equipments.
Those features. It's not
Yeah.
cheap, man. It's not cheap. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. But I mean, honestly, at the
No,
end of the, at the end of the day, if
yeah,
you like in your truck, we talked about this before. I think
mhm,
your truck overall itself, it's a beautiful truck. I think
definitely.
Tacomas are beautiful trucks in general.
Mhm,
But to be honest with you, how many times you actually have noticed or seen in the streets an actual truck like a Tacoma truck that had you turn your neck, you're like breaking your neck? It is rare to find trucks like that. And those trucks, you put some time and effort to trucks like that, bro. Make them
mhm,
look spontaneously amazing. Like I'm talking about live kit, big fat tires, everything roll bars if you want to put on it, any kind of bars on top of that. And then some of these come up with like a paint that feels like a what do you want to, I don't know exactly the name of the paint, but you can feel the texture. It's not a flat surface, but you can feel like a military kind of base. Not the color, but the flesh on the truck. I don't know the
mhm.
name of the truck, the color specifically, but I just think there's people out there that actually go above and beyond the trucks, and a lot of people, and that's one thing I do want to say, car guys out there, man, you guys love the cars.
Yeah,
Most guys would I prefer
yeah.
crazy to say this, but guys would prefer to keep their cars over their girls, which is insane, And I mean, I get it, because that's just how
Mhm,
some of the people are feel that way. Because the thing is, when a girl's mad at you,
mhm.
they don't take it out on you. They take it where it hurts the most. It hurts in your car. They'll try to take it off on anything with your car. And I'm not saying every girl's the same. I'm just saying
No,
in
no, no, no.
general,
See,
that's the
you're dating
first image.
girls.
No, 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 no. I'm
I'm
not
married
dating
to a
nobody.
woman, so
I'm not saying I'm dating girls like that. I'm just saying for personal perspective point of view from people, it is true. And a lot of the guys agree. Like, why do they have to go for the
mhm.
things that we appreciate the most? And I think that's where the problem is. That most of them appreciate their vehicles more than the girls. I mean, I'm just
I mean,
speaking,
here's
for
the thing though.
you know,
Like, it's not that we appreciate the cars more than the women. It's just like we have a passion about something. Like we
yeah,
like some of us grow up like loving cars, loving sports, um, and so on and so forth. Like other,
right,
we end up loving certain things, and then we grow to adulthood, we become a teenager and want to explore that, so we want to like buy the car, truck, transform it in the image that we want. And so that happens when we start dating somebody. It's like, why you don't pay attention to me, why you don't give me enough attention and stuff. And so, and that becomes where like, yo, what do you mean? Like, this is my passion. Like, I want to transform this truck.
right,
And that's to my point where like, yeah, I love trucks. It's just I want to transform it in a daily driving. uh I want to get my truck into a daily
Yeah,
the
it just
daily
feels
usage.
good, bro. It just feels good. And like I said, I don't want to say it's happened. Like I've never been in
Yeah.
a date like that with dating people like that. Never have. It's just from
Mhm.
experience that I've seen, social medias, and something I wanted to talk about because I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the people, a lot of the females don't really understand that. It's a passion thing you do. You get excited for things like
Mhm.
that when you get something like that for your car. It's something that makes you happy. Some people actually feel bad with doing things that way. It's just
Mhm.
for them, and it's understandable. I get where you're coming from, but ladies, if you are that type of person like that, please just don't do that. It's a lot of
It,
hard
it,
work and
it-
dedication. Just no matter how angry you're with somebody, take it out on them. Say something to them instead. Do
but
whatever
dude,
you
that's a
want.
toxic person. What do you want to
No,
stick
I
around
mean,
with a toxic person?
I agree with you on that too. I agree with you. Like I said,
So if
fortunately
you
for
already
me,
know,
I have never had to deal with that, and it just
if you're dating like a toxic person, and the like, you're already gonna see the red flags. And if
right.
that toxic person is gonna take it out in the truck, oh bitch, you better fucking hide under the truck or
You better
something,
chillax.
because
Yeah, no kidding.
yo, like I will show you here in a minute the things that I'm telling you. But this is one of the type of transformations that I see. But I don't want to have all that on the truck bed, if that makes
Right.
sense.
No, yeah, of course.
And
And that looks
so,
pretty badass. That
but
looks
that looks
badass.
badass, yes.
It looks
But here's
badass,
the
no
white
doubt.
one. Like I have a white truck too, but you
Look,
see a lot of. And here's
bruh,
another one. Is this is a
bruh.
wider kit? Like I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not be able to,
The
but
white
it's
bodies.
not for.
That's an expensive kind of. That's expensive. Not it's something, but just keep your mind open, dude. Like
Yeah,
I just wanted to
something
bring that
like
up.
this simple.
Yeah,
This is something nice
just
where
bigger
like
tires
you get beefy tires, somewhat of a front bumper, and
and the
then
tow hook.
the roof rack. I should be satisfied with that,
To
and
be
that's
honest with
it.
your truck, bro, all I would say is probably put LED bars around the front, the tow hook on the front, and then the LEDs on on the top would look
Yeah.
perfect. I think I'm good with it. The color, definitely the off-roading tires, a little bit more of
Mhm.
a bigger set. That would be the
Oh, definitely
best
getting.
thing.
I think like the best thing about the truck is, I think the best thing is transforming your truck. Or sorry, what I'm trying to say is the best thing to do on a truck
Uh-huh.
is your wheels and tire, and it will
Agree.
change the truck forever.
I agree. I agree.
Like,
I think that's the biggest thing. That's where you begin.
mhm,
That's exactly where you begin on that. So, and like
yeah,
I mentioned, I just wanted to bring that up to some people like that. If you guys like, ladies, if you guys hear this, just be careful with that. Like, it's just something that you have to understand. It just like you ladies like to take care of yourselves personally. This is kind of a way for a guy to take care of himself as well.
mhm,
Besides his body and his, himself, I think a lot of guys prefer to kind of take care of what they're driving just because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel better. It
yeah,
feels good to have a well taken care of. And if you're the ladies that you actually take care of your car, if you're those ladies, I want to give you guys credit for that. If you are those ladies that you drive a nice car, clean, you maintain your car, oil changes, tires will need to be changed, shit like that, my respects go for you. My respects go for you because I'll be like, damn, I think I'm in love. That's the kind of vibe that I get because girls responsibility for your own vehicle like that, and you taking ownership for that shit. My respects go for you. I got love for that.
E-
That's something that is very attractive for me for a woman. And a
okay,
woman can do that stuff like that. Hands down, my respect.
but that has to do with the person. That has to do with the parent, though, if
What
that
do you mean
makes
the
sense.
parent?
So, in order to fall in love with cars and trucks, you gotta have a connection to it, and some of that connection, it has to be with your parents.
Okay.
Like as a young age, probably the girl who like know how to change an oil, tire change, uh, all those things that you just mentioned, maintain the car, is because is it was brought to the parent. It's brought to by the father or the mother, depending on who was the person involved in that relationship with the girl, that it taught her all that stuff.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that
Okay.
because here's the thing. We're making an assumption that a woman actually grew up with both of the parents. What if one of the women didn't grow up with one of the parents? It was just one parent only.
Hmm.
Let's say example, a mom. Let's
Okay.
just say that for example, she had no dad.
All right.
Fortunately something happened.
Mhm.
Not because he's not his life, something happened, whatever the reason is.
Yeah.
I think in general is it is good to have both of your parents in your life. They will
Hmm.
teach you different ways. But I think for the fact is that you're actually become responsible enough. You get to a point of your life where you become really responsible to do things that you want to do without asking for help. Because a lot of people don't like asking for help. They don't. They don't. They just want to be like, I don't like
Hmm.
asking for help. It's understandable. But the fact is that you're taking ownership and say, look, listen, I work hard for what I have. I dedicate myself for this. I'm a very independent person. I need to make sure that whatever is driving me around, I need to make sure that's taken care of. I need to make sure that's the willing to that. That is the mindset that I look into that because you don't meet a lot of people that do that.
Hmm.
A lot of people can say I'm responsible, cool, but then you start noticing there's a couple no responsibility things for them to do, and then specifically, I think majority and I'm not minimizing women. Majority of the women forget about that. They forget of their vehicles that drives them around, especially in the United States
Hmm.
is the one that gives them from point A to B. And in whatever you want to take a trip, that takes a trip. Your tires need it, your oil changes. And they're on top of that, bro. That is so attractive. That is attractive as hell because,
I understand that,
you
but at
know,
the same time, if even as a single parent, um, or even an orphan, you gotta have some sort of role model that
right,
teaches about cars.
right. But
So
what if they
even
don't?
let's assume it's the mother alone or the dad alone. Guess what? The mom is probably the one like Mija. You gotta be like, you gotta take care of your
Yeah,
car. This
yeah.
is it, and that's where she learns the love to follow that thing. Uh, the things for cars. Same
Whatever the
thing with a
reason is,
dad. Like, hey, this is how you don't want to be depending on a man.
Hmm.
Let me teach you how to change a tire,
Right.
and it teaches.
But
So
yeah,
you
like,
see what I mean? Like
no, I
at
get
the
what
end
you're
of the
saying.
day, it doesn't matter. I'm not making the assumption that both parents are in the
Right,
relationship, but you got to understand that there's a also a percentage of family members that they do have both parents.
right.
And
No,
so I'm just
I get what you're saying.
generalizing in that sense that the woman or even the men, like nowadays, you can see kids, both men and women,
Right.
they don't want to take care of their cars. They don't want to.
They don't. I mean, like
And
I said, I'm
so,
not saying necessarily for you to do it yourself. If you
mhm.
don't feel comfortable enough to do it, you don't have this stuff, but you're still doing it, you're still paying somebody to do it, you're still being responsible. I mean, dude, what I mean, like as I was saying, as a
I
woman,
mean,
it
it,
it's just
it's more in my eyes. It's more sexier a woman like changing the oil herself
yeah,
than
that's pretty hot, I'm gonna
her
lie.
paying somebody to do it for
Yeah,
her.
that is. But you know what's even better when you're actually having a conversation with them about vehicles and they know what you're talking about.
Oh,
They
dude.
actually know what you're saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, where have you been? you know, just curious to know because it's just you get to learn stuff like that. You're like, okay, it's understandable.
Yeah.
You know your car, you know how to drive. When you starting to notice things like that, you start hearing and putting more attention to stuff like that. Something doesn't feel right about my car. Okay, or if you never heard that before, it's for a reason because they maintain it. And I like literally, like I said, to me, that's very attractive for a woman to take care of things that gets them from point A to point B. And importantly, that's the most important thing for them,
Yeah.
just because that shows the appreciation of the vehicle that you have gets you everywhere and you trust your vehicle, you take it anywhere. You be driving your car on snow and you're like, dude, my car was a beast, or this or that, whatever you can, whatever
Mhm.
you are, whatever the passion is, just to me, that's incredibly attractive for someone to actually have a conversation and say, I'm capable of doing this. No need,
Yeah.
and like I said, not every woman is going to be able to get under there. And I get it. Some of them have their nails done and things like that. You don't want that, but you're taking care of your stuff. That's to me, that's good. You're taking care of your necessities. I don't expect that. But if a girl can change her own things and she's like, she has nails and she's willing to get her hands dirty, dude, even better. That's
Majority
great.
of those women, they don't even what's it called? They don't have long nails. They know they want to take care of the car, so they know like
And if
to
they do
trim it
have
down.
long, no, no, if they have long nails and they get down and do it, that's to me, it's like, how
I,
the
I mean,
fuck would you do
here's the
that?
thing: we're assuming, we're
Yeah, I
making
mean, that's just
assumption
an
that
assumption.
they're
Yeah,
they're
you know?
they're doing that, yeah.
Yeah,
And so for me, yeah, if yeah, it's sexier.
yeah.
Not just sexier. I feel like what we find more attractive is like we have a connection, something to talk about.
Mhm.
Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
yeah.
So whenever like if you and I are dating this girl who are into cars,
Mhm.
yo, that conversation turns into like Did you see the new WRX coming out, the new
Mhm.
Tacoma, the
Yep.
new so on and so forth? Like, what do
Yeah.
you think about the new Nissan Z, the concept car? It came out, it's amazing, but what's going on with it? You know what I mean?
Right. No, yeah, and it definitely you can carry on a conversation like that, that's for sure.
Mm,
You know, it's not
yeah,
something that will be like a top of the line conversation, but if it
yeah,
comes out, shit, why not? I do want to
exactly.
talk about something else too, Rafa, and
Mm,
I want to hear your perspective on this.
yeah, what's up?
So I don't know what it is, but this generation, normally, okay, and this is just bringing it up randomly because this just came up to top of my head right now, and I just want to ask about it. I want to ask the followers if they
Mhm.
want to make some comments. I want you guys to be completely honest, and I want to hear this. But I feel like this generation, you notice more that you know how before the guys would be the ones like asking for a girl, hey, can I get your number? This and that in the
Mhm.
past. I've noticed this recently that I feel like the girls, for some reason, all of a sudden they just grab whatever and they just go on, and they're doing that now to the guys. Isn't that surprising? Like, what made that change happen? So girls now all of a sudden they just took their fears away and say, "Fuck it,
I
I'm not
wouldn't say
gonna get."
fear away.
I mean, not a
I
fear,
wouldn't say fear
or
away.
what would you call it then? Not a fear, but more like a
First of all,
denial, or
no, no, no. First of all, uh, it was you got to think about generations back in the day. It was the man who has to approach the woman and say, "Hey, you look beautiful today. Can I get your number?"
right,
And so with the early 2000s, it was. I mean, even start seeing the transition. Oh my gosh, I can't even
transition,
talk to the transition
transition.
today
Okay,
are within movies where like there's a there's rom-com movies where like, oh, I'm just gonna ask the guy out, and then you start seeing movies like that where like, hey, let's go ahead, us the woman, let's go ahead and ask the guy out.
yeah.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, shit.
It's just new. It's just something that I'm not used to seeing. You know, that's why it gonna caught my attention. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, wow.
I
And I
mean, I
had a
never had a woman
conversation.
ask me out before.
N- Oh, neither have I. Neither have I.
Actually,
But
shit. Did I?
I don't think I had
No.
that conversation with somebody, but it's kind of trippy because I'm like,
Why?
shouldn't it be the one doing it? But I feel like in this generation, I feel like things have changed so much that for some reason I feel like women have decided to step up, and then
But
sometimes men get caught off guard. You know, and I seen that. I seen that happen. I seen that happen. I seen it happen a couple times, and I even turn around. I'm like, "Who the fuck?" And then
who the fuck is that? No.
this
Let
person
me
said,
let
"Hold
me
on, let
go
me finish
ahead.
saying this. Let me finish this.
No, stop, stop.
Let me say this last part.
Let me take over the
Okay, okay, the
Andrew
Tate
Tate
moment,
moment.
Andrew Tate moment. Let's hear it.
It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. I think the woman should not ask a man out. It should be the other way. A man needs to step up and ask a woman out. That's what men do. Macho man. Let's
Right.
go.
L-
Okay. You see what I mean?
No, but let me finish telling you this,
No,
right?
no, 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 no. Stop.
Okay, well,
You
you have
gotta
to hear
understand
this.
though.
I was shocked. I was
I
like,
understand that, but you still have the mentality that the old school
mhm,
mentality where for you a
mhm,
man should ask a woman out,
mhm,
and for the woman needs to be like I like like princess kind of like
mhm,
it's the Disney shit kind of in that
mhm,
kind of scenario. Even Disney movies when they make it now, they make the women the main character as a woman that they don't have to kiss the prince anymore.
right.
And so it's a narrative that is being printed onto people that um the men don't need to ask the women out. The women can ask the men out too.
Okay, okay. But can I say what I'm about to say before I forget it?
Yeah, go for it.
So this is the shocking moment. I went out to the bar to grab a drink myself,
Hmm.
and I overheard a conversation. The guy that was next to me gets pulled. He's like, "Hey, my friend thinks you're cute." My, and this guy turns around, and I literally caught my attention. I'm like, "Oh, okay, let's just see." I mean, I'm not being nosy. I'm just overhearing
Yeah,
shit.
that's nosy, dude.
That's
Quiere ser
how, bro.
chismoso.
I'm
Es el
just
chisme.
looking because
Es
I'm
el
like,
chisme.
okay, and I literally
Chisme
I was
está
like waiting.
bueno.
I remember I'm
El
like, "Can I
chisme
get a
está
Red Bull
bueno
vodka?"
y quieres apretar
Espérate,
a ti.
espérate, escucha. Volteé a ver esto, ¿ok? Fíjate, my Red Bull vodka, I got it, you know? I
You
turn
still
around.
wait, stop. You still drink Red Bull vodka, dude?
I do,
Dude, that
I
shit
do.
so bad for your heart.
Okay. Let me finish before you
Bro,
get on this
y
subject. I had one Red Bull vodka. That's it. No, I don't mix them consistent. It's one Red Bull vodka. But let me finish telling you. So I over here, and then this girl's like, "Hey, my friend thinks you're cute," and this is me right away. I'm like, I was like, "Okay." The dude turns around. He says this exact same words. "You're hot as fuck, but I can't." That's what he said. I was like, "What?" And he looks at me back. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I was like, took a sip of my drink. I was just shocked. And I asked him, why?
mm,
It's like, I just can't. I don't feel right. That was the answer. I don't feel right. I didn't feel
yeah,
right.
it is the main
And
thing. Like, yo,
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
want a
telling you.
girl
And that's why,
to
like,
take charge and ask
yeah.
me out.
And the thing is, I noticed that night it was hunting, and it was the other way around. It was actually the girls actually trying to make the moves. And that shocked me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I wasn't the only one to notice that
Mhm,
because then you start seeing things like that and you like makes you wonder what is it. And I agree with you. I think in a way I feel like when a man asks a woman for the number or anything like that, they get a little concerned. Like for example, they get concerned with like, okay, I don't want to get rejected. No man wants to get rejected. No man wants to get rejected at all. But now you have the power. Hold on, I know you let me
mhm.
give me that look. But then now that way it makes it seem the opposite way because now you feel how like they have the power when somebody asks you something like that. You know what I mean? And it's just weird because like for example, with me, I find a hard time. I don't like denials. I hate it. I don't like denials, and that's what the my biggest thing. But then you have to kind of live with everything that could be denied. One point, you could be
Yeah.
good thing. You have to kind of risk what you have. But to
Why
me,
you don't
seeing
like
that,
denials?
I don't know. I just never liked it. Just kind of, I don't know.
So
I just don't
that's
like. I always have
interesting.
with the expectation
I
and
know you wanted
expectation.
to talk about something else, and I'm literally taking something else
No,
and
you're
going
good.
deeper with it.
No,
Here's my thing though. I realize later on, not later on, but I realize that denial is actually good because it teaches you how to become better at your game. And a lot of people that I know, I'm not gonna say names, and it's not you or one, but it's someone else that I know. I think we both know this person
I think I
that
know
is
you're talking about.
always hesitate to ask a girl out because afraid of rejection. Why can I talk to them? Holy shit! Damn, my but they are afraid of rejection, dude. And
Right.
I'm sitting and I'm explaining to this person like, yo,
Mhm.
if you get rejected, so what? Like, it, and I don't want to put this person in blast. I but I'm having, for example, I'm gonna put him on blast, and I'm sorry, I love you, buddy, but I have to put you on blast. My nephew, when he was 13 years old, he had it, they have this fear of rejection so hard, and I
Right.
get it
Right.
because back when we were the same age, at 13 or so, yeah, I
Mhm.
was afraid of rejection too. Like I was so afraid of that that I never approach a woman, a girl back in the day. I
Mhm.
just like in my head, just like, oh, I think she's so pretty. I wish she knew it. And then the last day, I approached the girl and be like, hi, and then walked away, you know? But that was as a kid. And then I realized, like, yo, I'm never gonna have a chance to tell these girls like how I feel. So I might as well do it. If they reject me, they reject me. It's gonna hurt. So what? Move on because there's other girls out there. And I think like we live in this narrative of that 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 the school of 200 people, that's all the people in the world, and that's it. Like you don't think about like, yo, there's a bigger country out there, you know?
Right.
And
Right.
so they get into this mindset like, yo, if I get rejected, everybody's gonna know, everybody's gonna laugh, and so on and so forth.
Right.
But I'm saying is, if you get rejected, there's someone else out there for you. that
No,
will not
and I
reject
get
you,
what you're
and
saying,
you
and
just gotta practice.
I think there's just always two sides of people, you know. And I like that you have your difference on that, but I feel like with people, like for example, with me, um, it's been a process. You know, you try to get into that involvement of the being scared of
Mhm.
denial, but you know, I think it's worth to take your chances and try to
Yeah.
see what you can get, like you said. And some people may seem like a little bit different about it because they get turned down and
Mhm.
they're scared about it. But I feel like sometimes, and one thing that I have learned, and I've been telling myself that is, you have to kind of take a risk for that. Just because you know you have to take a risk because worst case
Yeah.
scenario, she says no. Good thing she can say yes. Whatever
E
comes in, you know, it just in the way I see it is, I'm speaking. I hope I'm not just speaking for myself because I don't think I am, but I feel like
Mhm.
sometimes it's just some people want to have a good time. But then something, you know, you're interested or whatever, you know, you're not busy. You're not
But
busy
you're
for anything.
overanalyzing it. You see what I mean?
That
You're
yeah,
overanalyzing it.
that's a
You're already
problem.
thinking what they're thinking, and that's a
Yeah,
problem right there.
yeah,
So in my mind, I'm thinking, "Hey, I want to have a good time." I'm not thinking like, "Yo, I want to take her home." I'm
yeah,
thinking at the moment, like, "Hey, I want to dance with you," and that's it.
yeah.
And that's all it is. And I bring that energy to that person. So
Right.
if I'm in the nightclub and I'm having a drink, because we used to go nightclubbing. You saw my
Yeah, yeah.
so we go for a drink, and I go talk to a girl, and the girl. I mean, it's different back then, but I talk to a girl. Hey, let's dance. All right, cool, and we start dancing,
Hmm.
and then that's it. Like, yo, I'm tired. Back in the day, I used to smoke, so let me go get a smoke break, or let me get a refill on the drink, and so on and so forth. And then we go our separate ways,
Mm.
and that's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
at the same time, we gotta think about like, yo, that right there, I could have taken it as a rejection. I could have taken like, yo, let's keep dancing, but
hmm,
she didn't want to. So
right.
I could have taken that as a rejection, but I didn't. I was like, yo, we're both done. Like I had what I had. If that makes sense.
See, that is a weird, like not a weird way, but I think it's just different. You know how you described it, but you start making think like, huh, okay, I see what you're saying. You know, but I don't know. Like for example, you know me, I'm not really into the clubs, and this weekend I kind of got to experience that because
Mm,
of everything was going on. I took the chances for that. Just wanted to go out and see what was going on. I wanted to have
mm,
fun. And majority of the time, I just started to see a lot of things that kind of caught my attention and saw
yeah.
things like, okay, this is what's going on, or and that's
Fuck.
that's when it caught what
I do remember one thing, dude. I,
what happened.
so how a girl approached me, and this is funny
Mm-hmm.
because that was the first time a girl ever approached me. Now that I remember, it fucking clicked because I'm thinking like, yo, scenarios where a girl, where like my our friend Randy, we were in Vegas, and
Okay.
we were like, we were
Ooh,
at the nightclub, we were dancing and
okay.
shit, we're having a good time.
Okay.
And so I'm dancing with my homies. As in, like, we're in a circle, we like break dancing and shit like that.
Okay.
And so that's when girls fucking come and like, yo, I want to dance too. So that's an approach to a girl coming to me. But this is the funny part. So I was in Wet Republic. This girl
Oh, this
comes
was
to me,
during the daylight.
daylight.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
like
Okay.
ugly as fuck, like without a
With the
shirt.
with your freaking shirtless, with your just like your trunks to go
With
to the pool. I
Yes,
got okay.
sir.
Okay, got you,
Without a
got you.
shirt. Like I was not gonna like I was like, fuck it, it's a pool party. I might as well like fuck it
Right, right.
and be free. Let the let them hang. You know what I mean? And so, yo, like I was in the pool, I was having a good time, I was enjoying the music, the vibe, and then this girl approached me. It's like, yo, I love your tattoos, and then we start having a conversation. And
She
next
got
thing
to
you
you in the
know,
right
we
way.
were making out. You know what I mean?
She got you in the right way. That's the way she started the conversation. She's like she saw something she likes. She saw the tattoos, and boom, there you got. There you
Yeah.
go. You got it right there, right off the bat. It's crazy because look,
And then
she
we end.
straight up went. She was probably looking at you for a minute. She was like,
And then
"I like his tattoos."
see,
You know
it's
what I mean?
all about the energy you bring.
Of course, no, no,
And
of
so
course.
when you're having a good time, and
They
that's what I
like seeing
noticed.
that.
If you're having a good time and you're expressing that energy out, and I don't mean to sound hippie as fuck, but when you bringing the energy out, like, yo, I'm here to have a good time. Let's
Right.
enjoy the party. you attract other people who are looking for the same type of energy.
Right. I agree.
And so that's what brings the people to you.
I agree.
And
I do. I do. I do.
and for that dude who was next to you, who apparently the girl thought it was hot as fuck, what's it called? He was probably bringing that energy.
Hmm.
So that's all it is. I mean,
No, yeah, and like I said, I was kind of looking at things like that. It's one thing I did see over the weekend. Like I said, I was just kind of looking to
mhm,
see the vibe and thing that was going on. And I agree with you because I've noticed that if you're having a good time, even with your friends,
yeah,
you're having a good time and stuff like that. We had a table and everything, just chilling, just chilling and posted. And
dude.
everybody just passing by, seeing you, like having a good
Uh-huh.
time. They just want to have a conversation with you. And it's crazy
Mhm.
because it is correct. You have a good vibe. And then some people will tell you, hey, you seem like you have a different personality. You seem cool. You seem this. And you
Yo,
start conversating with somebody, and it just randomly can just happen to you like that. But my biggest thing is like just seeing all this stuff. Cause like I said, I don't go to the clubs. It's really rare for me to
yeah.
go to the clubs. I don't really like going to the clubs
Dude,
because of the reason,
what sucks about that is like she invited me to the Mesquite nightclub. She was like, "Yo, me and
Mesquite.
my friends that were or whatever the Latino nightclub in Vegas."
Oh, there's Diego.
No,
It's at
I think it was something Mesquite or some shit like that.
I don't know. No.
Mascot or man, I don't
How long?
remember that
It's
well.
been a long time. So I'm sure it's probably not
Yeah,
even there anymore. So
oh, I'm sure. But back in the day, it was like some sort of nightclub, and I was like telling Randy and the group of friends, like, "Yo, where are we going?" It's like we're going to Tao. And I'm like, "No, can we go here?" Because I want to enjoy that girl a little bit more.
no,
But dude, you see what I mean? Like that right there was some sort of rejection that I never saw that girl again.
right.
Like I try to find her and shit, and I was like, "Fuck it, I can't find her."
No,
So
and but yeah, like I said, and one thing too as well, dude. I think the differences between and that we talked about this before.
mhm,
I prefer to have an event going out to Las Vegas than being here. I like the vibe was a little bit more different. Yes, you have those people that have that attitude that like, hey, I'm too good for you. Hey, guess what? I'm just here to have a good fucking time. I mean, you may be gorgeous as fuck, but you know what? I'm not here to surprise you. I'm not here with that. And if I'm with somebody next to me and she's with me, great.
yeah,
Even better. I'm here with her. I'm trying to have a good time with her. Period. But here,
yeah,
like I said, I just wanted to bring that up because I saw a lot of things and I forgot to talk about it yesterday. I think that was a little bit kind of out of the subject about the whole what to do here in Salt Lake. But
mhm,
just seeing all this stuff, seeing how many things have changed. Um, don't make an assumption about
mhm,
just because you're talking to somebody that you're dating somebody or anything like that. Don't make that assumption. It's just the way that I saw things the last few weeks I've been seeing is just completely different. And it's a different vibe how people approach. Especially
mhm,
like I remember going to a club and not actually having a full blown conversation with somebody. And now all
yeah.
of a sudden you have people having a full blown conversations, which is crazy. Because how can you have a conversation like that with such a loud environment? It's crazy, and you have to be really close, like, "Hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
You
you have
feeling?"
to whisper in their
Yeah,
ear,
you now is you
or
don't see that. Like, I would turn around everywhere. You see these conversations, and I'm like, "Well, fuck." I mean, that's new. And I'm not saying I'm old or anything like that. I mean, it's just I don't go to the club scenes. I don't, and this is something that I saw, and I'm very observant on things like that. If you guys didn't know that, I do like to be observant about certain things like that. I look around, I keep my comments to myself, and I
yeah,
just I wanted to talk about that because it is a different environment, and I think it's cool that you're actually having to deal with people like that. They go out to the clubs and stuff like that, and then
yeah.
there's always gonna be those people that you consistently every week into the club is like, okay, bro, chill the fuck out, bro, relax.
I think
Yeah,
at the in conclusions for me is that you have to bring the right energy
I
wherever
agree.
you go.
I
Doesn't
agree.
matter where you go, nightclub, bar, you name it. Even at bars, I feel like whenever you bring that fun energy, like
Right,
that positive energy, into it, you can attract more people that way.
right.
I mean, sometimes like I have met people in that sort of scenarios
Mhm.
because I'm being sincere with them. I'm like, yo, blah 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 blah, and we can start a conversation like that,
Right,
and we can laugh it off and like, hey, you have a great day, and dude, it gives them an impression. But for those people that go to a party, look around, and always have like that I'm ready to fight or start something at this
yeah,
nightclub, they're the ones who fucking ruin it. And
yeah.
so
Unfortunately, they do. No, and I just like I said, I think it's a good conclusion on this one because I just kind of like to me it was just shocking, and I can see the vibes and people's there, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're dating somebody. We just the way that I saw things. Most of the conversations,
Mhm.
you're walking out, you start seeing people walking out. I was like, okay, they're
Yeah.
going their separate ways. I don't know what happened after that. That's between
Mhm.
them two. But it's just crazy how in my I've seen things differently, and I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain it because I'm not. I'm trying to process that. Like that is crazy. So homegirls asking guys now, and now having full blown
So
conversations at the
what?
clubs. Oh no, I'm nothing against that. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
It's
fine.
dope.
Yeah,
It's something new.
yeah,
It's fun. It actually shows like, yo, it's actually fun.
yeah. Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, for me, it makes no sense why that dude rejected her. But,
he had his
but
reasons, bro. Because I literally,
I'm sure.
I even turned on like, "Do you really said that?" I was like, "Okay, cool. that's
Yeah,
that's
maybe
your
he was
choice."
like not looking for that type of energy. He was
I
probably
just think
like,
most of the times I think like people misunderstand that too. It's like, when you want to go to the club, sometimes you just want to go out there to have a good time. You don't want to be interrupted by anything else. And if you do, that's great. But majority of the time, that's
mhm,
probably at 1%. I'll admit
yeah.
that probably like 1% will come out and say
Ha-
that. But he probably had somebody that he was dating. Maybe he's into, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get into,
Let me ask this. Yeah, let's go ahead with this topic.
okay, let's hear it.
Does it matter if he was dating somebody?
If it matters, if you actually have an official title dating somebody, you actually have the title dating that person.
Mhm.
If you actually have that
Just
dating title,
talking.
like you guys, no, no, no. There's a difference between talking
Uh-huh.
and dating, like an official thing. Let's get that
No, no, no,
straight
no, 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 no,
because
no. What I mean,
yes,
like, we're gonna use the scenario. We're gonna use that dude as a
okay.
scenario.
If he is dating somebody
Mhm.
and if he really appreciates this person and they're officially dating, what he did was correct because he knows
Yes.
where he's standing and where his grounds and his boundaries. He has somebody that officially has, you know what, you and
Mhm.
I are dating, cool. I have, we have a title for my respect.
Correct.
I'm going to show you that you can trust me. I can go out and I'm going to show
But
that to you. Hold on.
but if
Then,
he's not dating,
then if he's not dating, it's nothing on paper. And he's for some reason,
technically nothing is on paper unless you're married.
no, no, no. Okay, but I'm just saying in like a legitimate
Yo,
terms. You know what I'm
not
saying? You
gonna
like
lie.
somebody, you have somebody that you're dating, and you're actually with somebody that you want to be with, and you're gonna be
Mhm.
dating. I believe is the right thing for as a man to do is to say your boundaries.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was actually dating somebody, and he's like, no, you're fucking hot,
Or
but I
maybe it
can't,
was a setup.
huh?
Maybe the toxicity, the
Could have been a
toxic
setup. We
people
don't
like
know.
was trying to
But
set
then
it
again,
up.
if you're talking to somebody, you both have a mutual feeling, both have mutual feelings about each other.
Oh,
At least from your end, you know that you have mutual feelings for that person.
yeah.
But the thing is, there was never like an actual boundary or anything that was happening. There was never like something like that. Having a conversation with somebody at a club, okay,
Mhm.
it's one thing. I'm not saying do all this Kona shale, all this stuff like that. Having a conversation just from what I was seeing, okay, that's different. But the dating and not dating, like you guys haven't talked about it, no
Yeah.
communication for that. You can't be in a situation that he's gonna stop. It doesn't necessarily every man is the same. It doesn't necessarily mean that that happens. Sometimes
Yeah,
just
dude, you're
random
going off.
conversations show up. Random somebody wants to talk to you. You get talking like, hey, how are you? I'm good. What's your name? This is my name. What's your name? It just
No,
depends. But I think he set his boundaries. He's respecting the woman that he's talking to.
yeah,
They're dating. Cool.
cool.
I respect that because then
No, yeah.
you will expect the same in return from her. But if you don't know. For example, you don't know what she's doing.
Mhm.
Maybe you're just playing your cards, and this is what you're doing. You don't know what she's doing, so that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes the dating is could be a controversy if you're actually committed to somebody and you're dating somebody. And I'm committed to that person.
I
If
just
you're not,
think that, like, in some scenarios, like, I was kind of a dog, not gonna lie. Even though the girl used to tell me, "Yeah, I have a boyfriend." I'm like, "So what? That
I'm
doesn't
not
mean
jealous. I'm
you're."
not jealous. You would say that
Yeah, that
happened.
was an easy one, but I used to use like the phrase where like, "So what? There's always a goalie. That doesn't mean you can't score." That was for me was the best one.
Damn, you almost made me spit my water out. I said,
Like
"Wow."
yeah, doesn't mean doesn't mean you can't score. There
I
could be a
mean,
goalie. Like yeah, I was an old dog.
no,
Not
but
gonna
for
lie.
real, like I want to make sure I want to clarify that too. For the woman listeners out here, I want to clarify that to you. If
Yeah.
you're seeing somebody and you guys are dating to see how things go, and you guys know
That's
about
toxic.
this.
That toxicity, nah, I would be
No, it's
not.
not a toxicity. It's just like it means that you can go out and have a good time with your friends. She
No,
can
no,
go
no,
out
no,
and have a
no.
good friends with no
What I
problem,
mean
and it's
is,
still a trust, no matter
what I
what.
mean is that you cannot like set up the person you're dating, like creating the scenario like his girl
Hmm.
told her friends to like, hey, go hit on him. That right there is a red flag, and I would be
But
like,
okay, so
no.
you're thinking way too extra. I'm just saying, if you okay, because the thing is,
Mhm.
if you, I think in any ways, if you're gonna be dating somebody, the trust has
Yes.
to be the most important thing. It's a trust thing you have to have, and if you're
Yeah.
comfortable enough, for say for some reason she can make it out, and you're
Mhm.
going out with the boys, and this happened, and the way he responded that, it was perfect.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, sometimes you gotta see what happens. I mean, you can have a friend of yours, and you can be doing this, and you can be doing all that stuff. But the fact is that you know it just it's not you're doing anything wrong. Even if you're talking to somebody, anything wrong at all, howsoever, you're still doing things. You know, things can
Yeah.
happen. But the way that I think he handled this shit, I respect that for him because I didn't want to ask him, but the assumption that I got, because to me as a guy, I'm thinking in my head, fuck, you're hot as fuck, but I can't. That to me is like, this dude is seeing somebody, you
Yeah.
know?
I
So
mean,
respect for that. Major respect.
definitely. Uh, respect that dude's decision for sure.
Yeah.
Like, and that right there is a rejection, and then that's something like maybe the woman never experienced,
Yeah, and you
and
think she
that could
probably
be a
felt
hard one.
I guess you felt about that too, you know?
But
I mean,
what I
shit.
have to say is, welcome to the club. It's not the first time you're gonna get rejected. It's not gonna be the last time.
I mean, I think everybody has been rejected at one point in their lives. I mean, I'll admit it, I've been rejected too. And I did I like it? Fuck no, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I've been rejected so many times.
I don't even
Woo,
know.
let's go.
I don't know if you saw my story that I put on my story a few yesterday, where it's like, hey, it's like, hey man, I broke up with my girl. Hey bro, Marcus is single. Let's go out. Let's go out. We outside. We these dudes were making a huge deal just because they want to get him like, hey, you go
Yeah.
out. You know, it's funny.
Well, that scenario is always funny
Yeah.
because we always have that homeboy that
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
when they were dating
Hmm.
barely was hanging out or anything like that.
Right.
And let's admit it, sometimes it was me.
Yeah.
Like kind of is me sometimes. But what's it called? The thing is like when your boy kind of like breaks up with his girl, we're kind of like we're going out, we're gonna celebrate, we're gonna
Okay.
fucking party.
Talk
and
about that. Has
the
that
worst part
ever
is like when you
happened to
get
you?
when he gets a text, never mind, we're back together. Oh fuck.
No, but here's a funny one.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those friends? You know, your little crew that you have with friends.
Hmm.
They when you get in a relationship, he gets out of relationship. And motherfucker goes crazy. He goes wild.
No, dude.
He gets in a relationship, you break up. And now you want to try to do something, experience the world
Violent.
there.
Yeah.
It
No,
can never coordinate at the same time. It
no.
never does,
What
you know?
happened to me is when I'm dating somebody, the girl that I sort of like is single.
Right,
And then when I'm single, the girl that I like is dating someone else.
right.
And that has happened to me. Like, this is high school shit
Oh, I believe it. It happened to me as well too.
so
Yes, I
many
agree.
times.
That
And I'm
happened.
like, fuck.
Yeah. It's in a weird. And here's another thing too I noticed, and I don't want you to research this, but I'm making an assumption. I feel
Mm,
like the beginning of the year or every year, this is where the most breakups happen. This is where everybody decides to go on their ways. And there you go doing that. And I believe it's actually between I'm in my eyes. I'm gonna say between the midst of the January to midst of February. I don't know why. I have that assumption. For some reason, that's how I feel. I feel like that happens. And it's never coordinated enough that I feel like it just been crazy. You know, for example, I was with somebody for so long, been by myself for almost 4 years. So, and it's crazy because when you want to date somebody, you don't feel the same. Yeah, you feel kind of nervous about dating. You get that feeling, like, oh shit, but then you start
mm.
talking to somebody and you do this and you try to make, things are going really good, you know, whatever. But I feel like most of the times the breakups happen between mids of January to mids of February. And I know you're looking it up, but for some reason that tells me that happens during that time. And like, you think I'm wrong? You think I'm wrong about that, or am I right? I know you looked it up. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
looking it up. I'm literally was typing in what is the month with the highest breakup percentage, and
Don't tell me it's the
you you,
holidays because that would be fucked
you
up.
you thinking February?
I'm thinking from January to January to February is between, like, say, like the 15th of January to like the 20th of February, or like maybe before. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. Okay, let's hear. What is it?
Okay, March is the most common time for couples to split.
Fuck.
Here's the best way to do it. Once you
Fuck.
are sure about ending the relationship, do so in person if able and safe. Be clear on your reasons for ending the relationship. Take responsibilities for your part. Make your boundaries clear.
Wow.
What is the biggest
March.
month for breakup? December might be the time for joy and goodwill, but also the most
Ooh.
popular time for couples to break up.
Wow. Why
The
December
time of
though?
the year the most breakup occur.
Then let's click
So,
on the one below. Actually, the one that I saw that says "White month." What month do relationships fail?
oh, what month? Okay, most people consider the first 6 months of the relationship to be top since it
Okay.
is the beginning. They have to take time out of to get to know each other, and both partners are figuring out what works and what doesn't in a relationship. They are learning new things about each other. Hmm. That that I can agree on. Yes and no. I feel like that could be the most exciting and the most difficult as well,
Hmm.
depending.
I just don't think you get to know. You don't get to. I don't think you never get to learn your partner. You learn
Mm-mm.
something new from your partner every time. You know, and I think
Especially
it's just
once you get married.
I think in general, you don't get enough of your partner to get to know your partner. When you have a partner, you learn from them everything and whatever you can to try to help your partner. You want to show that you're supportive, but I think it's a mutual thing. It has to be
Hmm.
between two people. I don't know if the first 6 months may be the toughest because you're trying to read them. I understand that, but just depending how much you contact them, how much you stay in touch with them, what kind of
Oh,
communications you have with them. No, I'm just
my
talking.
mom. No, I'm just saying, dude. March is the most common time to for couples to break up. That's my fucking month. Everybody wants to party with
Hey
me.
guys,
Let's go.
so guys, heads up. I didn't know it was March, and I'm sorry, but
Hey, let's
if Rafa
go.
one day gets in here, whoa.
Let's party, yo.
I mean, that's funny.
I
That's
mean,
what
you
he said.
guys do your single shit. I'm just gonna party. So
You guys do your
it's my
single
big
shit,
three
man.
five, man.
That's
Three
crazy. I
five.
don't know why I just came up with that. I really thought it was like mids of January to February for some reason. I don't know why. Just because I'm sure when
I
things are getting
mean,
rough, that's like the perfect timing. I feel like that's when everything just like, okay, I'm done. That's why I'm like, I can't deal with this. And then
I
no
think
communication. I don't know.
mainly because you get influenced by the new year, new me. I don't want to spend another Valentine's with this person kind of shit. So you
Hmm.
think like that's the time where most of the couples break up, and social media sometimes can include more details about that. Like, oh, I need to. But the thing is, most of the times people are trying to find a couple before Valentine's Day so they don't spend it alone. Um, I know like there's a group of people, a group of women who actually prefer to be alone on Valentine's Day and celebrate it with their girlfriends and so on. So I don't know, man. It was a good topic. It was a good one.
I just wanted to ask about that. I did because I'm like, I was just kind of curious. And maybe, that's something that kind of makes sense. I think if it gets to a point where you just kind of things are not going the right direction, I still think you guys, there should be some kind of communication. And, if it's a mutual thing, great. If it's
Yeah.
not, then, it is what it is. But I think as if you communicate and say the terms you have to, then do what you got to do. But for some reason, I don't know. I feel like it was during those times. And in my
Mhm.
mind, I was thinking most of people don't want to do anything before February because they're like, boom, this is
Yeah.
it. Some Valentine's dates might not end up as perfect as you think. We're just talking about the bright side about the Valentine's Day. Some came in really bad. You don't know. Things could get worse. But I
Mhm.
don't know. I just was really curious about that. So,
No,
but
I
yeah,
mean
bro. Yeah,
it depends on the people, man.
of
To be
course,
honest,
of course,
like
of
if you're
course.
in a toxic relationship, just end it. Like you don't need to wait. And I think majority of people that stay because they think they can change it, that's the worst thing you can
Right,
think of. You're
right.
not gonna be able to change people's uh ways.
Of course.
Uh it's not about like you can't train an old dog new tricks.
Tricks.
It's more of like you can, if the person doesn't have the the values or the will of changing their ways to a positive way, is going to be way harder to actually make the transition.
I agree.
So the best thing you can do is get the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
simple as that. It,
No, and no doubt. I
yeah.
think it's just in general, just the way you see things, and I think it's just and that's one thing I do recommend for those that have been on your relationships and stuff and things like that is you gotta
But
communicate,
it's up to
be
you.
happy, and make sure make your relationship happy and exciting. Shit.
I don't
Who
recommend
cares what?
shit.
Go ahead and enjoy the moment with that person you want to be with. Make sure you both are on the same page. Make sure everything's
So
good.
you're
Good luck,
not having
boss.
a restraining order.
Yeah, make sure you don't get that. That you don't want that. So don't be that person, guys. So,
Don't be that
eh,
person.
yeah,
No,
just
see,
take
this
care
is
of
why
yourself, guys.
I don't give advice on relationship. I give you my experience and what I have learned,
Yeah,
because my
it's
experience cannot be it's not the same as yours. So at
right.
the end of the day, I will not be giving like in for me, I will not give you my advice or anything like that. I might say it, but at the end of the day, I will say it, but I don't know. So that way, if something happens, if you try to follow my advice, and it doesn't work out for you, oh
No, and
well,
I'm just
it's
gonna
not
one
my
thing I'm gonna say.
responsibility.
Just one thing I'm gonna say, and it's not I'm not giving you an advice, but just kind of experience, run the world, revolve the world, trying to do something together. You guys join the world together. Do whatever you guys can for the world for both of you if you guys want to. I mean, if that's what you guys want, great. That's your
Mhm.
choice. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. Do what you got to do. You both care about each other. If you care about somebody, you'll
Yeah,
show it. And if you don't, then you'll know. But yeah,
I,
man,
I
that's
think
what's that's
I think the biggest thing is to put your walls down. Like some people get hurt so bad from the previous relationship that they carry that on into the new relationship,
true.
and that's what hurt them. That what hurts the most, because the thing is it's not the same woman. The person who hurt you left those wounds, and you're probably not healed completely, and you need to heal yourself before you start a new relationship. And
Like,
you might be the type of person that you need to get into a new relationship to heal those wounds, and I'm here to say don't fucking do it.
don't do that. Fuck no.
Yeah,
Don't do that. And
it's
I do
just
want to
gonna
say
make
something
it
like
worse.
Mr. One thing that Mr. Tate did say at one point. You
Mm,
separated, you break up, you this where the worst moment of your life comes in. No, it's not. This is where you work for yourself, you work better for yourself, and figure out your problems for yourself. Because most
yeah,
importantly, if
definitely.
you can't love yourself, no one else can
Mm,
love you. So
damn,
that's my advice that I do listen to it. Like I said again, I don't have nothing against. I don't agree with everything what Mr.
he's
Tate
giving the
says.
advice.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm not. I'm giving you what I'm hearing. I don't agree with everything what Mr. Tate says, but there's a lot of
I don't
things
know.
that he
You
said.
sounded like you were on his dick a long
No,
time
no, no,
ago.
no, 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 no.
No,
None of you.
dude, you
I
were like,
got you
"Yo,
into
did
him
you
too.
listen to this guy? Did you
I
listen to
got
this
you
guy?
into him. So
You
that's the
listen to
reason
this
for it.
guy, bro?
No, but
Listen to
like
him."
right now, like I said, it's just something that like Rafa did say very importantly. If you're in a relationship for a long time, do yourself a favor. It's not gonna make anything better for you to try to bounce to another person. Don't do that shit.
No,
Because the problem is that's gonna bounce back on you and you're gonna get affected by it. Take your time because then that new person you have in your life, guess what? You're gonna fuck them over. Because then eventually you're gonna be like, I can't
fuck
do
up.
this.
Yeah,
I can't do this. So be fair to yourself. Take care of yourself. Most
yeah.
importantly, that's
Start a
the
business.
biggest key.
Like one thing that Ender Ted says, make your money. The money will get you the girls. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
whatever it
you
works
don't
for
have
you.
to mute yourself to cough, dude.
I
Just saying.
do. I like to. I don't want my, so
That's
you.
cool.
But yeah,
Well, dude,
Rafa, I think that's a
I think
pretty
it's
good
that
ending.
time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
perfect.
is.
So
It is
that was
perfect.
a perfect way to ending. And you know what, guys? I'm more than happy that we had this conversation today. Randomly, we just had these conversations. Again, this podcast specifically doesn't have a topic. Want to come in and join us? More than welcome to. You want to talk about something, but you don't want to be present? That's fine. Let us know. most
Yeah, we're
importantly,
about to have a few guests coming up.
yes,
We're
we are.
gonna plan that out.
Yes, we are. We're gonna plan that out, and I do want to let you guys know that we'll be here again next time. Again, follow our social medias, Twitter accounts, and IG are right below us. Hit the like button, share this video, and let us know what you guys think. But other than that, have a good night. Thanks for
No,
cutting.
get out. Just kidding.
Bye, asshole. I wasn't even done.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in another episode of Talking with Rafael with your host Rafa and the Irwin Show, respectfully, with your host Irwin. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and comment, share with your friends and family. Let us know what you think. Without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. We got a few things coming up. We're trying to organize our schedule a little bit to make sure that we have an interview coming up. And I don't want to say any names just in case it get canceled or anything, but I want to make sure that I bring this up to you guys, let you know what's coming, what's cooking. We're working really hard behind doors to make sure to bring you the best content ever on YouTube. So
That's right. That is right.
Until next time, Irwin,
and be safe, Yukons.
And don't be afraid of rejection, man. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
It's okay.